Well, I'm up at the cabin to mow. I got a lot of grass to mow. And this one deer right in front of us, my wife named Brandy, and she's been around for years. And these are all her offspring. We thought she was dead. We thought she was gone because she is pretty old. But that's cool. She's eating pork rinds right now, or they are. And I had some old corn chips. Well, I mowed for 7 hours and the wind's starting to pick up really bad and it's 89.6 degrees out. So I don't need a spark or anything to happen. I'll have to wait and do it again first thing in the morning. So I'm about 3/4 of the way done and then I have a bunch of weed eating to do. So that's the whole reason for coming up here. And then I'm going to go look at a new project that I am picking up. I'm actually trading. Here is my next project. So 8 years ago I retired and I became a handyman to keep myself busy while my wife was working one more year before she could retire. Excuse me. So I'm up here in very northern California, and I was doing some work for a lady who has over 100 acres, and down below her property, the people own property but down below her, I saw an old beat up truck down there. So I went and talked to the guy, and this wasn't the truck. The one he had was, I'm not sure what year it was, same body style and everything, but it was a long bed and it was really rough. And he goes, well, what about the one over there in the barn? And I'm going, what barn? Well, there was a barn and it had fallen down and it fell down all around this truck. It didn't really damage it. So we went and looked at it, and it's a 53 Chevy short bed step side with a 6-cylinder in it. I don't think it's the original motor. And I looked at it, I don't know if I want it. And I told my youngest son about it. My sons, all three of them are into trucks and cars. So he goes, I want it. So we ended up digging it out, getting all the wood moved and everything. And the guy got a tractor and drug it down the hill for us. And we loaded it on my car trailer and brought it up here to my son's house. Well, it's been sitting here probably 6 years, maybe a little bit more. And he was looking for a small 4-wheel drive to drive around out in the boonies where we live down south. So I'm trading him straight across for my 1981 Toyota 4-wheel drive for this. And the condition was, if I get it finished and I get tired of it, want to sell it, they got first dibs. Or if I keep it and die, they get it in the will. So that works out good for them and gives me another project. So stay tuned for this fun project. Here are the original pictures of it in the barn with all the crap in it that I sent my son, and he actually sent them back to me last night because I deleted them. But this shows you what kind of shape it was in. So this is not Brandy. This is one of her daughters. And Brandy will actually eat out of my hands, so maybe I'll get this one trained to eat old tortilla chips and tortillas and stuff. Okay, this is Brandy. So her other daughters, I can tell her it's on her left ear. She has some tears in her ear. One of her fawns is over there. Let me see if I can. Pretty tame. She's been coming here for years eating the dog food that I leave out when my dogs are here. It took a long time for me to get the dogs not to chase her off. Pretty cool, but you can see the splits in her ears. And the fawn over there has the same split. Yeah. She used to let me pet her. Let's see. Hi, Brandy. All right, I'll leave you a little bit more. She's just about come in the house. Okay. Bye, Brandy. There's another one peeking around the corner of the greenhouse. I can't tell if that's Brandy from here. I don't think so. Right straight in front of her is a water trough that I fill up every time I'm here. Every night, the deer go up the hill and bed down, so they're protected. And every day, they come right back down the hill and go all the way down the valley. So this is one of the top pieces of property on this mountain. And then the rest is BLM land. I don't know if you can see the top of my property from here. Kind of hard to see, but about halfway up is some giant ponderosa pines, and that's where my property ends. And then the rest is BLM. That's just the first ridge, and then it goes up another 2,000 feet from there. Good morning. I'm up on what we call the pad. This is about 50 feet higher than the cabin, and this is where we are originally going to build our cabin. But it was going to be way too expensive. This is all boulders. I don't know if you could see that right. Well, I'm sure you could see that, but those boulders are huge. So zoom in here. Anyway, so we decided to build down on the flats. But I need to mow this because I come up here and do stuff. I'm on a 36-foot trailer. It used to be a park model trailer. My neighbors tore it down. He actually passed away, and he gave it to me before he died. So I'm going to build a tiny house and put it right here on the back of the pad. And that way when the kids come up, they can come up here and have their own space. But this is our property on the top part of our property. Let's see here. See the cross up there? Just past that cross, I put that up there. I had family members that passed away, and we put their ashes up there. So this is our sanctuary. That's a sanctuary up there. So I'm going to get this all mowed and continue on day 2 of mowing. Try not to move too fast. That little John Deere lawnmower kicks butt. All right, it's all mowed. Ta-da! It's a pretty nice spot up here. So it used to be up as high as you can see the black boulder right there, and it came down off this edge, and I had a D8 Caterpillar and an excavator. I didn't do it, I had it done, and they knocked all these boulders and gave us a nice pad. It's a really beautiful valley. There's a view from up here of Mount Shasta. I was just on the phone with my wife, and she says, hey, get started on that tiny house. So maybe today, if I get done early enough, I'll bring the gator up here and hook up to this trailer, and I'm going to park it right back there so it's kind of out of the weather, back tucked into that, up against the wall there, up against the mountain. That's where the trailer is gonna sit. I'll wait until the wife comes up and see if she wants me to tweak a little bit more before I start building. But I need to get the mower up here and finish the area where it was. But that little gator right there does good. Towed that big old trailer. So it was a 39-foot park trailer, and I cut off, I think, 2 feet, something like that. So anyways, that is gonna be another tiny house. Here's some of the stuff I weed-eated just in case there's a fire, to keep it away from the cabin. All the weeds are knocked down around here by our solar dryer, our old-fashioned laundry line. And then around the trees here, close to the cabin. Oh, there goes a rascally rabbit. And around these trees, squirrel. And around the arbor, and over there close to the greenhouse. We've got a little bit more way over there to do. I got tired though. It's looking good. So this is a really nice little spot. Excellent views. At nighttime, it is killer up here. There's no light pollution at all. I've got solar lights and stuff down at the cabin, kind of light pathways up, which is noticeable. But anyways, I'm heading home tomorrow morning, and I got all the mowing done, and I got about 90% of the weed eating done. My wife and I will be coming back up, I'm thinking next Wednesday. And then my youngest son, his wife, and his 2 daughters, which are my 2 youngest granddaughters, will be coming up on Thursday. They've got a wedding to go to in Medford, Oregon, so this is going to be their stopping point. So anyways, that's the end of the video. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit. I just cooked a tri-tip, ate half of it already. So I will talk to you guys all soon. Have a great day. See ya.